I'm back! So, this is my first video for a long time. Hi everyone, it's Sophie, and today I am going to be doing a video about my bullet journal. So, my lovely husband bought me this beautiful thing. It is a Leuchtturm 1917 dotted grid A5 notebook for Christmas. And because I basically haven't done any paper planning for about 18 months. For those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of those different places, I had a baby. She's now 9 months old. And pretty much I stopped paper planning because I felt nauseous and just couldn't cope with anything. And then when she was born, my writing wrist went haywire. So I stopped writing anything, which is for me, with my giant collection of fountain pens, was a bit hideous. And I'm finally back to full health. My hand works. And I said I need to. There's too much stuff in my brain. I always steal Romany's thing of the monkey in my brain is talking too much. So I need to stop it chattering. And the only way to do that is to write stuff down. So I have started a bullet journal again. In my previous videos, you've seen that I've done bullet journals in traveller's notebooks and things like that. And I decided just, one notebook, one pen most of the time, and let's see how I do. So I have been coveting Cara at Boho Berry's beautiful handwriting and beautiful book. Yeah, mine's not like that. Mine is pretty functional. There's a bit of prettiness in there, but it's mostly functional. I will also show you what I carry around with me, as well as my pen. So the pen that I am using is a lovely present from my father-in-law. This is the Pilot. Oh, they call it something different. It's the clicker one. I think we call it capless, and the Americans call it vanishing point, I think. It's a beautiful pen. It does leak a little bit on the thing, if you can see on the nib. It is a fine nib, and it is fabulous. So that's my pen. I have it in one of those Leuchtturm pen loops. In my book, I'm going to show you what I did for January and kind of the year setup, and then how I've set up February as well. It is currently the 2nd of February when I'm filming this. So, I've got a couple of... I'm not going to show you my... email address, a couple of dart bookmarks. I've got my key on a... Oh, you can't see that. I've got my key on a Project Life card. My index. I've already almost done a whole page. So I might have to extend the index into something. We'll see. So index pages, for those of you who know Leuchtturms, you know that they give you 3 pages of indexes. I then printed out Cara's Word of the Year principle, which I think is fab. If you don't know, if you're not already part of the Boho Berry tribe, I would join it. All you do, it's completely free to be a member, but you get access to some of Cara's free printables that she doesn't just put on her blog. That's bohoberry.com, I think. Did a year at a glance. Tried to be a bit arty with my pens, but meh. This is my favourite spread. Birthdays and anniversaries. I used a little stamp. I used some simple stories, I think they are. Stickers, which you'll see a bit further on as well. I use them quite a lot. So these are all the important birthdays and anniversaries. I've also put in things like Good Friday, Easter, when there's a bank holiday, things like that in here. I haven't put all of them in, which is a bit not very sensible. My goals, I have covered them up, but I have 9 areas of my life that I want to kind of concentrate on this year. I also stole Level 10 Life. I didn't do the pie chart because I couldn't actually work out how to split a circle in 9 equal pieces, so I just did a graph. So the point of Level 10 Life, and again I will link to Boho Berry down below, she explains it very well, is you kind of, at the start of a certain period of time, you will assess how you feel about all these different areas of your life. You grade them 0 to 10, and then you work on them, basically, and at certain intervals, and I'm going to do it every quarter, you go back to it and go, has it got better, has it got worse, where do I feel like I am now? So my goal there is a me, very important, motherhood, also very important, relationship, because there's 3 of us in our family now, family and friends, home, physical environment, health and fitness, finance, career, and contributing. Tried a bit of stamping to make it pretty. Then I have the Calendex, and now I just have done a Calendex for quarter 1, and then I've done the future log, and I think this is called the Alistair method. I will put links below. Again, I learnt this off Boho Berry, so I will put links to her future, I think it's called her future logging blog post. It's really good, actually, that one. I then have my next action. So my goals I'm splitting into 4 quarters. So from those big goals, I'm splitting them every quarter into manageable chunks. I also have my weight tracker. I am still going with the baby weight. I have lost a stone. But I still have a stone to go. My little star, that's my goal. And that's my goal weight as well. I'm really not that precious about people knowing my weight on the internet. This is the January monthly, so I went with Ryder Carroll's original appointments, tasks. I then added a coming up. I really like this in the Hobonichi. I had a Hobonichi a couple of years ago, and I really liked that first page at the start of each month, the coming up page. So what I've done is a coming up page for the next month, and that was just kind of telling me what was coming up. I also have a list of my crocheting works in progress, or WIPs, for the month, so that I one of my goals this year, which is in the me category, is to finish all my works in progress. I have 13. Yeah, I'm a magpie. I like shiny. When a new thing comes along, particularly crochet alongs, I go, ooh, I want to do that. And then that means about 7 different unfinished blankets, 1 cardigan, a hat. It's just ridiculous. So that's one of my goals, is to finish all my WIPs. I have my habit tracker, which again, shamelessly stolen from Boho Berry. Another one of those stickers. I've done all right. You'll notice the blank ones with the exercise. I'm good at the no eating. I'm not good at the exercising. I also have, because we need to get our house in order, because I moved house as well and it's a bit bigger and there's more to clean. I also downloaded the Simply Clean kind of tracker thing from cleanmama.net. I don't know if you can see that. She's another blogger that I really like following, because her method of kind of keeping on top of things is 15 minutes a day, little and often, and I quite like that, although as you can see I didn't really track last month. I then have I don't do gratitude logging. I just don't get it. Maybe it's because we don't have Thanksgiving here and we're not very used to saying that we're grateful for things, even though we are in the UK. We are grateful for things, but we just don't vocalise it. I decided to do a memories spread, so I wrote down all the fun things and not so fun things. The end of January was pretty horrific, with some pretty horrible news about a friend. But basically writing down all the fun things that happened and all the not so fun things that I want to remember from January. And I used my Polaroid zip, which is downstairs, to print off my new hair colour and my favourite photo of the month, which was right at the end of the month on my husband's birthday. We went out to Costa for a hot chocolate, and I love that picture. Normal daily spreads, so I started off kind of as I was finishing tasks on days, ticking them off, and then I stopped doing that. But I've been using these stickers again. I will see if I can find... They're in the back of the planner, so I'll see if I can actually see what they're called for you, just to kind of split up the days a little bit. So that was kind of the normal daily spreads that you get in a bullet journal. I took some notes from the Dave Ramsey baby steps, so we could have a look and see if that worked for us for budgeting and finance, because I'm going back to work in a week's time and my pay is going down because my hours are reducing, so we have to budget a bit more. I started doing a mandala and then stopped. I'll come back to it. Year in pixels. I don't know where I came across this, but I think it might have been Instagram, but someone, or it might have been Pinterest, because I did binge bullet journaling on Pinterest a little while ago. You basically draw out a grid for all the days of the year. You assign colours for different moods, or you can do the smiley faces, or you can assign actual specific moods if you wanted to. And then for each day, at the end of the day, you decide where you were, and by the end of the year, you've got a beautiful, colourful picture. Now, most people do the other way around, so they'll do like purples and pinks for happy and blues and greens for sad. My favourite colour is turquoise. So turquoise is my happy colour, then blue, then pink's kind of meh, and then purples at the end. Other people will assign different colours for different things. These are all frictions apart from this one. So this one is the, oh, here we go, the Stabilo colour, and then the other ones are these friction lights, so they're the friction highlighters. Okay, let's get that off camera. This page was some tapestry crochet, so I made a pillow cover for my dad, and tapestry crochet is basically using a grid to make a picture. He likes bikes. I planned it all out on that page, and as I was going through, I crossed through what I'd done. I've experimented with a weekly page, so I did my my appointments, and then my spending, and then my tasks. This is basically the Hobonichi weeks, which I love. But I didn't get on with this spread. I don't know why. Here we did some working out for my salary, like how much we're going to have each month, using a fabulous online calculator called the Salary Calculator, I think it's called. But that was really handy to kind of work out budgeting. January, I'm technically back on payroll, but I'm full-time, so I'm paid my normal wage. Next month, or this month, February, I'm paid half full-time, half reduced hours, and then from March will be my full reduced hours. So we had to work out kind of how much money we were getting in January and February and in March, because it was all going to be different, so we had to budget accordingly. Some more dailies. This was some writing for my daughter's nursery. We've been asked to write the story of her life, basically, for her nursery. I had... You all know I loved my Chronodex a couple of years ago, so I stuck a Chronodex in there just to work out a busy day. Some more daily stuff. For weekly tasks that I needed to get done, I stuck it on a post-it note. Brain dumping for the house. As I said, we moved in to our house August 2015, so we've been here for almost a year and a half, and there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. We've done quite a lot. We've replaced bathrooms, kitchens, all sorts of stuff, and now we just kind of need to do all the little finishing around the edges bit. So we wrote all of that down, which took 2.5 pages. Experimented with the spending log. I liked that, so having that spending log as a weekly thing actually quite worked for me, but I still like the dailies. This is a rolling weeks. I got this off Pretty Prints and Paper, I think it is. I'll see if I can link her rolling weeks video down below. Used a Chronodex to track my daughter's meds. She got an ear infection, so I had to have antibiotics, and we were doing Calpot and Nurofen because of the pain, so I was having to kind of track when we were doing each thing and make sure that we weren't having lots of meds at the same time, because obviously that's not very good. Forgot to do my rolling weeks on this side, so just did it on this side. This is just some stuff from the nursery that of what we need to take for her when she starts properly next week. Did a bit of... I use this mostly for kind of tracking tasks and getting myself organised, but also I do write things in, so when my husband was sick, when I bought my Apple Watch, that kind of stuff. Then I'm still breastfeeding, fabulously, over 9 months down the road, but my daughter will be at nursery for 3.5 days a week, so I'm going to have to express, so I'm doing a bit of a log of how much milk we have, so that if I start running low, then I know I have to express like a mad woman. My wish list, I've managed to get one off there, which is not bad. And then we're into February, so this is how I've set up February. Same thing, my monthly, I do like the monthly page, so I did that. If there's certain things that are just happening on a day that I kind of need to know about, I put them on this side. All my appointments and days that Amelia's in nursery and that kind of stuff. Tasks, not many, but they're quite big ones, like sell car. That's the things. My whips for the month as well, and they're coming up, so I've got lots of birthdays next month. I decided, because I actually really liked... Oh, let's go back to this page. I really liked having some pictures in there. I decided to put my memories on 2 pages, so I could have some room to put some photos in there if I wanted to. Another book dart, which I decided... I didn't really like the monthly tracker. There we go. Oh, I need to move that. Thanks. I didn't really like the monthly tracker, so I decided to experiment with a weekly tracker and see if that works. And then my spending log fits quite nicely with it. I have one of these, which I'll just move week to week, and I have the book dart denoting what day I'm on. And then I'm on my daily pages. So I'm on page 41 of however many, 250 odd. Oh, what I will tell you is in the back I have a stamp that has our address on it, so I've covered that up, but that's good. I have a little Hobonichi Weeks notebook, which I use for a bit of brainstorming, so my setup for this month, like what I enjoyed about January, what I wanted to keep, what I wanted to change, and then what I was going to do this month. I was going to do a rolling weeks this week, but then I thought, well, there's actually, for February, there's only Wednesday to Sunday, so actually I'll just do a normal week this week and then go to rolling weeks next week. And then in my pocket I have more book darts, some Corona Deck stickers, some little Acorn Project, well, they're Project Life size, but they're paper, printables, some Project Life cards, just in case I wanted to shove them in. Some of those Martha Stewart, I've got more of them somewhere, oh well. Martha Stewart repositionable stickers if I want to use them, some Hobonichi stickers if I want to use them, and then these are the stickers that I was talking about, and they don't actually say where they're from. I think they're Simple Stories. If I can find them, they're from Amazon. I'll put the link below. But they've got like weeks and days and months and all sorts of stuff, and it's just quite nice to keep it a bit more interesting than just writing with my own handwriting. So there you go. I'll show you what I carry around with me. So I've got one of the Leuchtturm pen loops. Oh, I didn't show you that I'm using the Post-it tabs for certain things that I want to just flip to, that I don't want to kind of just look in the index. In my pencil case that I carry around with it. So I've got my fountain pen that goes with it. I'm just going to dump this all out. This was a present, but I think it's from Paper Chase, if anyone wants to. So it's called Undercover, handmade in England. It's leather. It's lovely. So I have the handy ruler. I got this in a W.H. Smith set years ago. I have two Colettos with all my different colours for my goals and a pencil. I do like the pencil. These I got from Cult Pens. Cult Pens have stopped selling refills. Or rather, they don't seem to have as many refills anymore, so I need to find another place to buy the refills, which is a bit of a shame. My Friction highlighters, which I use sometimes. My Pen Cut, which is mini scissors. I like them. I got that from Japan somewhere. I think it's called the Pen Cut. I use it sometimes for crocheting, but most of the time it's in my pencil case. A little glue roller, which I think is Tombow. Yep, Tombow glue tape. Mini bulldog clip. Oh, paper clip. My Tombow mono eraser, which is just a tiny little eraser, which I like. Oh no, it isn't Stabilo, it's the Statler. I think I got this free from Cult Pens and it's the same colour, so there we go. And then two of the Zig Millenniums. One is in a 0.1 where I use this to do my very fine lines when I'm doing graphs and stuff like that, tables and stuff like that. And then this is the blue 0.5. I like a 0.5 nib. But that is, if I show you where, colour, that colour. Okay. And that is my phone telling me I need to go and pick the baby up from nursery. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Sorry it was a bit of a whirlwind tour, but I'm hoping when I get back to work and we're back on a slightly normal schedule and I don't have to worry about disturbing her during naps, we will be back to filming. Maybe. I'm going to at least try and do my bullet journals every month, and we'll see what else I can do. Anyway, any questions, comments, I will try and put as much as possible down in the as links below, just so you know where everything's from. And any questions, let me know.